Have you guys noticed that the vast majority of YouTube content for Madden 22 is on the offensive side of the football? Because pretty much everything is offense. What is up, guys? Dan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to get after the quarterback in the gun bunch meta. And we're going to go ahead and break this down out of the nickel triple formation. But before we get into the video, please do me a quick favor. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and also take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. Today's video comes straight from the Gridiron Game Plan's vault, and we're going to be in the nickel triple, which is in 4 defensive playbooks: the Bears, the Jags, the Ravens, and the Steelers. So go take a look at those playbooks. I'm personally in the Ravens in this video, and the play that we're going to run is the nickel triple, nickel blitz 2. Now, I would recommend putting this on auto flip. Now, unfortunately, practice mode doesn't have coaching adjustments. It would be great, EA, if you guys could put those in the game for us. And what we're going to do is go in, and if you don't know how to set this, you could go into the game options menu on the main menu of the game. I don't know that you can actually do this in Madden in an actual game on MUT or Regs head to head, but you can go in here and turn on your auto flip on. Ball hawk is another one that you could turn on. Heat seeker assist is another one that you can turn on. But we want auto flip on with this. And what we're going to do is we're going to call the play nickel blitz 2. Now, I want to talk philosophy, because I know that I've said time and time again here on the YouTube channel that cover 2 is a bad defense. But when you're thinking about how an offense works and what the identity of an offense is, when you take a look at a formation like the gun bunch offset double post, which you can see there as the X icon, this is a play where a lot of players are force feeding the tight end the ball in the flat. There's a number of great tight ends like Pitts, Kittle, OJ Howard's team builders item. They're all good tight ends that are running over these corners out in the slot. And truthfully, if you're playing a covered 3 shell, those linebackers and nickel corners that are trying to play the flat, they're getting caught up in the junk and not able to get out there, and hard flats are getting abused right now. So while the cover 2 in terms of the deep zones is not the best covered shell in the world, the flats that are found on the outside corners in a cover 2 can at least take away that hot read or deter them from throwing the ball instantly there. Now, I will say that the identity of this defense is to bring pressure. I think that that's really a good thing in Madden, especially early on with the state of zones, because we want to kind of get away from that mentality of waiting for a 3-man rush or waiting for a 4-man rush to shed and dropping zones and having zone drops everywhere. We know that the zones aren't aggressive. They're not really attacking the football when the quarterback cocks his arm. They're not really guarding the right things on the field, and guys really aren't shedding right now either. So sitting back and waiting for sheds is not the way to play defense, and pressure honestly bursts pipes, and you want to create those opportunities to get turnovers, even if it comes at the risk of giving up scores, because at least you're going to give up scores sooner, because, you know, if you sit back and wait, your opponent's gonna be able to dictate, you know, how much time they want to burn off the clock, if they want to milk. And the last thing you want is to be on defense at the end of either half, because they're really going to make sure that they take the game out or the first half out, especially if they have the ball coming out at half. So let's go ahead, enough talking, and kind of show this here. Nickel blitz 2 on auto flip settings. And all we're going to do is pinch our defense. That's right bumper or R1 on PlayStation, flick the left stick down. Then from there, we're going to global blitz our linebackers. Yes, this is a very aggressive blitz. Our user is going to be this particular linebacker right here, and I would recommend walking these safeties down, because we are going to be mugging the gap over here. And with this particular setup, we're not really going to be blitzing, but we are sending basically the other player. So we pull this guy back here and not count him. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you're going to be able to kind of guarantee your pressure that way. So you're going to go and stand in this B gap here. If you want to, you can start to get into, you know, pinching your line, or I'm sorry, crashing your line down or crashing them up. This can kind of change your blitz angle in terms of where you stand. You see that it's hopping around. But in general, if you're, you know, occupying the gaps here, you're going to be able to take those throws away. Now, the name of the game here is to, you know, take away the first read, maybe take away the second read. We know that the tight end in the flat is the first read for most players. A lot of players are going to be throwing the running back route out of the backfield on this. So we kind of take our first step over here and kind of muddy up that read, and we're getting to the quarterback, right? So this is the first thing that we can do with this formation. Now, again, there's a number of different plays people can run. If they know that you're bringing the blitz, obviously they could max protect. I'm not out here saying that this is the best blitz in the world, but it is a solid enough pressure that you can guarantee, you know, your numbers and the quickness. This is a 6 versus 5, so naturally it's going to work, right? Now, what happens if they block the running back? So let's go ahead and do that here in this example. And that's really the goal. If we can take away one of the primary reads, most of the hot reads in this game are the tight end and the running back. especially out of this gun bunch offense, that's going to change things for you. So again, you pinch your defense, you global blitz down, and then you're going to go stand in a gap. And again, I would recommend walking these safeties down. If you guys need an advanced trick on how to walk these safeties down because you struggle with getting quick snapped, go check out my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our vault update, we take a look at the meta. And this is a tip that comes from our vault. And these are the most effective tactics available being used by pro Madden players on the MCS circuit. So in this particular tip, I'm going to show you guys in the vault how to walk those safeties down, even though you don't have the ability to walk the safeties down, and kind of mix this scheme in together. Or if you guys want, you can kind of dig into the YouTube channel and you'll find a similar tip from last year, or one of the tips that I put out to start this year, the first tip actually. So you guys can put the pieces together on that if you wish. But again, back to the running back blocking here. If you just kind of stand out here and do this, you know, the running back is going to basically dumb out. You see right there that we guaranteed our pressure off that right side. And what ended up happening was our nickel corner kind of ran into a teammate and stumbled a little bit. But you see here with this particular setup, the running back actually blocks up into the A gap because this guy's coming through untouched. So, you know, he's going to cut the legs out of this guy pretty consistently, but that's okay. We got him to step up. And then you see right here that we got the nickel corner coming off the edge, and he kind of just stumbled into the right tackle's shin, but we did guarantee the pressure. Meanwhile, again, we want to make sure that we are taking away the flat. Now, the issue in this game is that sometimes hard flats tend to drop off the ball, and that's really something that we're seeing. Hopefully the rumored patch that's going to come out from EA is going to make an adjustment to this so we can get guys to play the flats, because a hard flat shouldn't run vertical for 5 or 6 yards and then give up the quick throw to the outside. But fortunately, we were able to get some pressure. So again, here, we're going to go ahead and pinch our defense, global blitz our linebackers. You can walk your safeties down to take away the quick throws down the seam. And I would probably put this guy into a hard flat to make sure that you can, you know, at least try to have somebody out there on the outside that can do this for you. And again, you're going to stand right here. Even if the running back blocks, you're going to be able to kind of, you know, guarantee that pressure. You saw right there, he had a cut block animation. If you're struggling getting that guy to come in free off the edge, like they're retargeting, because I have been shooting this video and running this blitz over and over, and sometimes the offensive line does recognize things, hop over gaps. You know, this is something that you can do. Man up the running back. That's another thing that you can sometimes do with your user to pull the attention. So you could do something like this as well against the user or the running back blocks. And you see right here, they should kind of change how the targeting is. And again, the nickel corner got hung up. If you guys are struggling with that nickel corner getting hung up on players, you can also baseline this defense. The only issue is he's coming from a further depth, which is not necessarily ideal. But again, you can still walk the safeties down in this to guarantee your pressure. You could also slide him in, maybe a step or two if you're base aligned, or move him out a step or two if you're in a regular alignment. That way you can still, you know, have him coming in from a spot where he's not going to trip over people. But again, you can kind of mess around with, you know, standing in the gaps, maybe manning up the running back, messing with your crashes this way. That'll manipulate how the running back reacts to things. And then, you know, you can kind of stand right there. You see how the running back didn't really see anything there. So you can see how this builds. There are different ways to trigger the running back to react differently. It isn't just, oh, hey, the running back's blocking, let's send 7. There are ways to get kind of cutesy with this as well. Now, on the backside of this, the reason that I chose the Nickel Blitz 2 is because we have a soft squat zone. And with the soft squat zone, I think what's great about this is that we can actually, you know, have somebody that can play man-to-man on Odell if the running back doesn't run to the flat. So, you know, if Odell, and I know the play art is glitched right here, there we go, got it to register. If I were to send Odell on like a deep in over the middle, then we're going to be in a spot where that soft squat on the backside will play man-to-man. So now what we can do is play a hard flat on the left, a soft squat on the right. You can still walk your safeties down, and you're also, you know, going to be able to guarantee your pressure and not have to worry about a drag from the backside, hopefully, or, you know, some sort of in-breaking pattern from the backside that allows you to maybe cheat a little bit more towards that bunch side. So again, you can kind of see here how that works. You know, you can get out here in the seam, you're going to take away that quick flat and guarantee your pressure on the running back when they're blocking that player. So that is just a little bit of this scheme, guys. There's a lot that you can do with this particular formation. This is a great way to guarantee pressure against the gun bunch. I know that a lot of you guys are probably tired of seeing every single tip, not only just from myself here on the YouTube channel, but across the community as a whole. It seems to be offense, right? Oh, amazing play here, amazing play there. We know what the game is at this point. Nobody's fooling anybody, myself included. I'm not fooling you guys with the way that, you know, coverage is playing right now, but we can shift our mentality defensively and get after the quarterback and create more turnover opportunities for ourselves. at the end of the day, the worst thing that could happen is they're going to score on you quickly, and then you got the ball in your hands to control the clock. Because right now it seems like both sides are putting up points left and right on this game, and time of possession is kind of what dictates who wins the game. Have these high scoring affairs, oftentimes it's the guy that holds the ball the longest that ends up winning the ball game, because they probably had the ball last, and also probably generated enough pressure opportunities where you could get a throw out, a sack, or an interception on a bad read, or enough sacks where you put them in a 4th down and long, you get that rare punt. So just kind of think of the mindset that you're playing defensively in this game. If you guys still are looking for even more, go check out gridirongameplans.gg. Again, guys, $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. We uploaded the Salty Gun Bunch offset game plan, which is kind of what we were showing you how to blitz against right here. There's a lot to it. It would honestly give this tip a lot of hell if you guys go check out the Salty game plan. The way he runs it is a little bit off meta, and it's really, really intellectual. Highly recommend it. Then we also dropped the Ragusa 6 quick pistol offense out of the Ravens game plan. I would highly recommend you guys go check those out. But I'm going to go ahead and sign it off, guys. Until next time, this is Zan. Get in the lab, and good luck.